So we made it to the top of Ling Fell and the sun was shining and all was good.
Now then, welcome to the channel. We parked here at St Cuthbert's Church, Hambleton, and the intention today is to do a couple of fells that aren't usually done together, Ling Fell and Graystones. So we'll set off, see how we get on. So we've made our way up that road through all the farm buildings and holiday lets. Now we're on the Bridleway, making our way up to our first objective of the day, which is Ling Fell. A glorious morning, beautiful, nobody else around. Right, upwards. So that footpath there, going off up by this hedge on the lower slope of Kirk Fell, that's one of our options for the way back. See how we feel when we get up there. Right, upwards. So we've just hopped over that gate. We're on a short section that isn't access land now. It's not very long. I can see where we get back into access land in front of us. So that wild bit of trespassing didn't last long. We're back on the access land on this path going up through the bracken. Nice and quiet still. So we've joined up with this track that works its way around the hillside, but we're not on it for too much longer. We branch off and then up to the top of Ling Fell. There's a few people around now as well. That's looking back where we've just come from. Right, so we shortly branch off right off this track. So that's looking over to Sail Fell, which is the other hill that's usually done with this. I did them both, first time I did them. And then there's the top end of Bassenthwaite and then Breezy. So that path we were following there, that looks as if it takes you back to Without Mill, the popular parking spot to do these two fells. So we've just branched off to head down Pathless. Now there's a fence line going up in front of us and I can see a path by the side of that, so we'll go up there, but we've got a little matter of getting over a couple of becks before we get there, so we'll see how we get on down there. There's Skidder behind me, look. It's a nice view. Right, down we go. Oh, so there was a bit of gorse to contend with over there. We've made our way over to the fence line and there is a bit of a path to follow here. So if you're coming down there where the path sort of veers off left and heads back towards Without Mill, head straight over to the fence line. There is a bit of a path coming down here. It's a bit loose here though. So there are some signs of people having come down this way before. Slip marks. Well, you may have guessed just then, I ended up on my backside. I wasn't expecting that. I thought we were doing well coming down there. Plenty of padding there. Right, so we're down now into this area called Bladder Syke. The main path heads on back through this gate and back round Ling Fell, but we're not going that way. We're going to follow this fence line up there. Right, on we go. So I've just realised that that path that went off at that gate, remember on our way up there was a signpost at that gate and I said that's a possible return route. That's that path. So if you just wanted to do Kirk Fell from there and back along that path, we're heading up Graystones. So we've just passed through that low-lying area back there called Without Moss. That was a bit squelchy coming through there. I think it's going to stay a bit squelchy until we get onto the lower slopes of, well, it's Kirk Fell, isn't it? Actually, Graystones is just like the Wainwright top. Yeah, we've crossed over to the other side of the fence line. Yeah, squelchy. But I'm surprised there is a well-defined path to follow. So People must come this way. Right, so we'll carry on squelching by the side of this fence and wall. So we started to climb now and out of the squelchiness in that low area behind us. And just looking back, you won't be able to make it out on here, but I can see a path coming down Ling Fell by that, pretty much by the fence line. So rather than do what we did, if you want to do this, go straight from the top of Ling Fell over to that fence line, and you'll be able to pick a path up coming down that fence line, rather than battling your way through gorse like we did. There's a decent path to follow. Like I say, it's wet down there, but we've climbed out of that now, so on our way to Kirk Fell. So we just crossed through the fence line at that gate back there, because I didn't fancy my chances with that stile there, look. And this last little bit's a bit of a steep pull up here. We're nearly at top of Graystones, so we need to be on this side of the fence to get to the top of Graystones as well. Right upwards. Oh well, that was a waste of time crossing the fence, wasn't it? Back over. So here we are, top of Graystones. It's a tad breezy up here as well. We've not even stopped for coffee and a chew yet, so I think we're heading off over to Kirk Fell next, so we might just get down behind the wall over there and get a bit of shelter for coffee and a chew. So that's us over Kirk Fell. Blowing a bit up here now as well. So we're pathless for a bit, but it's not an issue, it's just short grass. And we're heading towards the cairn on top of a tub over here, so we're heading towards that. And I think we descend from there. I don't know if there's a path going down, but if it's like this, it won't be an issue. It's just short grass. Right. Still got a nice view over there. Look towards Melbrett and beyond. Right. It's got a bit of a chill to it as that wind now as well. Right, we'll get ourselves over to this cairn. So we've descended pathless from that cairn to pick up this quad track. It's not been an issue coming down there though, it's just short grass and it's not steep. Yeah, it's alright. What could be an issue though, I've just seen the field that the footpath runs through down in the bottom, and it's absolutely full of cattle. Ah dear. Alright, we'll see what happens when we get down there. But there's no other route, so we'll just have to see. Right, down we go. Well, there's a stile over that fence then. There's a seat, a bench right on the end there with a bit of a view. So people must come this way, I think so. Oh, man, you, this is a bit squelchy. So hopefully cattle will be used to people and dogs down here. Oh, squelch down to a gate, and I think it's at this gate where the actual public right of way starts. Cows everywhere, hopefully well away from the footpath. Right, on we go. So fortunately the cows are well away from the path, so there's no more further down. There don't look to be. Oh, mind you, there's another field of them over there. And that's the hill called Harrot. I don't know if it has any classification. None to concern us anyway. Right, so we'll continue along this footpath, giving them cows a very wide berth. Well, no sooner had I said, I hope we give them cows a wide berth, my GPS went beep, indicated a sharp left-hand turn in the footpath, went straight through the middle of them. So we've just stuck to the field edge, but we have to get back up the field now, and the next field that we go through, that's full of blooming cattle as well. I don't know if we can maybe go other side at hedge or something to get past them. We'll see. We're past the first lot anyway. Right, so we're into this next field and there's no getting around them here. The right end of this path, well, this track, I think there must be a feeding station or something, and they just all gathered round it right over the track. So wish me luck. I hope they're friendly. Well, that went better than expected. Very friendly cows, mind you. I hate to think what Charlie's legs and feet are covered in now coming through there. Might be bath time when we get home, I think. Right, so that should be it for cattle, and we follow this down to a road, and we're on that for a bit, and then we branch off through some more fields. But when I looked on Google Earth, they just seem to be full of sheep. So hopefully that's it. Down we go. I don't know about Charlie's feet. I need to find a river or something to dunk them in as well, don't I? Stinky. Stinky. Right, down we go. So that's us through Harrot Hill Farm and onto the road, and where that van's parked there, I had looked at that myself for a possible parking spot for us, and I found the church and checked, and there was no service today, so plenty of space to park there. Right, so up this road for a bit, and then we double back on ourselves a bit through, hopefully, sheep fields. Bad enough for cows. Right, onwards up this road. So we're nearly through first field, heading for this tree here, look, and this gate. And that was sheep. But there are signs of bovine activity as well. There's a few more fields to go yet, until we get back to the church. Right, next field. Cumbrian farmers, they don't make it easy for people crossing the land on public rights of way. You know, they complain when people go off the paths and are wandering all over the place. It's their responsibility to keep up with waymarks and everything. There's not a single waymark on this path, not a single one. There should be on every gate. Every field crossing should be a waymark on it. What do they expect? And then they get all shirty with you, don't they? Anyway, hopefully we're going the right way. So we're nearly out of the last field and back onto the road. So I'm going to sign off. If you know anybody that would like the channel, please share them or spread the word. See if we can increase the rate of subs going up. So we've had a good day. It's been brilliant. Those cows ended up not being an issue. It's been good. A nice quiet way to do Ling Fell and Graystones, which I don't think many people do, them two together. And you could always just do Ling Fell, as I said, on the way up, that footpath that we saw going off from the road, which takes you up to that, what was it called, between Ling Fell and the climb up to Graystones, something Keld, wasn't it, that spring. So you could always come along the footpath from there and just do Ling Fell. So no, it's been good, nice and quiet. Apart from on the tops, I've not seen anybody apart from where I said that bench was, just back there. There were a couple of people walking by that bench, but it's been really good. No, nice and quiet. Paths pretty much throughout. The only pathless bit was after that cairn on Kirk Fell until we picked up that quad track. So no, it's been good. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do the usual, liking, subscribing, ringing the notification bell, commenting and sharing, all the usual malarkey, and hopefully see you on the next one. Ta-ra! Right.